going on, everybody? This is Huge and welcome to my channel. It's been quite a while since my last upload and now I'm back for a new video. Now is a very challenging time due to the pandemic and I hope everybody's safe and well. Let us hope that all of these will be over very soon. So for today's video, we will be talking about how the iPhone 6 Plus is holding up and if it's still a good phone to buy in 2020. So just a disclaimer, I am not a tech expert, but I do have a good interest in the tech world. The iPhone 6 Plus was one of Apple's best-selling iPhone, and I think this phone actually opened the doors for other phone manufacturers to push for the production of bigger phones, which we see today. This phone was released way back September of 2014, and that's 6 years. 6 years? It's not like 6 years.
Nope.
And that's almost 6 years. In this fast-moving world, especially in the tech world, we can say that a lot has changed and this phone is quite old. But despite of its age, I can see that there's still a lot of people still using this phone. Well, some of you guys might be planning on getting this phone, but the question is, will it still be worth it? So I have been using this phone for a month now and I'm going to share with you guys my experience. But before that, let us have a quick review on the specs this phone has. And I will not be discussing every single detail because I don't think that's necessary at this point in time. Let us just talk about the highlights and the important stuff. When buying a phone, there are actually 5 things we need to consider. One is the build quality. The second is the screen. Third is the camera. Fourth is its operating system. And then fifth is the performance. So for the build quality, I can say that this is really a good looking phone. With its aluminum body, you can see it there. So I actually have the gold one. So this phone comes also in silver and a space gray. From the sides, we have the power switch. And then we also have the SIM tray right over here. So this has so this phone supports nano SIM card. And then here we have nothing, and then right here we have the switch. This is the mute switch. Alright, and then we have the volume rocker, and at the bottom we have our speaker grills, the lightning port, and then the 3.5mm jack. A lot of phones today doesn't have this anymore, so yeah, it still has that. So this phone has Touch ID, doesn't have Face ID. Yeah, we have the camera here with our flash, and then we have our microphone there. So yeah, I can really say that the build quality is good, it's premium, and it's not cheap. And for the screen, this phone has 5.5-inch HD Retina display. Kamatay siya. For the screen, this phone has 5.5-inch HD Retina display. And it has a resolution of 1920 by 1080, and that means you can view 1080p videos on this phone smoothly. For the camera, this phone has 8 megapixel back camera and 1.2 megapixel front camera. And then for the operating system, this phone has iOS 12.4.7. Yeah, it is there. For the battery, this phone has 2,915 milliamp hours. Let us check the battery health, because I'm sure that it's no longer 100%. So for the battery health, this phone has 83%, and yeah, it says here your battery is currently supporting normal peak performance. So if it goes lower, I think if it goes down like maybe less than 80, it will then tell you to have it replaced. So if it's light usage, this phone can last you about a day, but for extensive usage, maybe half day. So just make sure that you have a power bank with you so that you can just charge it whenever there's a need to. For the performance, given its operating system, I think the reason why it did not support iOS 13 is because I don't think it will be able to handle that, given that this phone only has 2 gigabytes of RAM. So I think the iOS 12 is the best operating system for this phone to still function very well. And then based on my experience as well, I've noticed that there are actually some crashing of apps. I'm not sure if it has to do with the phone itself or the updated version of the app. But yeah, I do some experience that, and also there are some lags. Actually, it's very noticeable when when you use the phone. So I've made a little modifications on the settings to help with the speed of this phone. I only have the 16 gigabyte model, so there's not really a lot of things that you can store on that amount of storage. So I've installed only apps that I usually use. So yeah, just the important stuff. So if you are a type of user who does, who only checks their Facebook, do messenger, few calls and text, I can say that yeah, it's really a good a good phone to buy. But if you are an extensive user, I would say, just like me, because I do lots of things, and especially I'm kind of used to doing things very quickly. I usually get frustrated at some points while using this phone because of the lags, but I would say that it's still manageable. I would say that it would really test your patience, which is a good thing. So for those of you guys who are still using iPhone 3, 3G, 3GS, 4, 4S, 5, 5, 5S, 5C. So if you're planning to upgrade to 6 Plus, I would say that yeah, it's highly recommended because it's, as what I've said, yeah, it's still a good phone to buy. It's manageable. So I'm pretty sure this is a lot more better than what you currently have now. For those people who are downgrading from iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, 7, 7 Plus, 8, 8 Plus, 10, 10R, 11, and so on. So yeah, please expect that this is going to be very difficult, especially you are already used to the fast performance of your phones. So yeah, just a little bit of patience, and yeah, it will still be manageable. So in the Philippines today, you can no longer purchase this at the Apple stores. It has been phased out already, so you can still buy a second-hand unit from online sellers. So you can purchase this phone for the 16 gigabyte model. You can buy this phone for around 6 to 7,000 pesos, and then for bigger storage, it's gotta be more. But yeah, I think it's still worth it. It's still worth the money. So yeah, go ahead and make that purchase, because it's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can just leave comments below. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share to maybe some of your friends who might be needing some inputs about this topic. And then if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get updated on my next videos, you can hit the bell button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Peace.